Powwow is not because it's an Apache tradition. It's what we call intertribal. And it started about 150 years ago in Oklahoma when the government started putting all these different tribes and Indians in one piece of land, which is the state of Oklahoma. And they were putting people like enemies living next to each other. Today, there's still a lot of historical animosity between tribes. Like, there's still a lot of historical animosity between the Lipans and the Comanches. And so this powwow is called intertribal because that's when we blend. We got outfits here, people dancing that are more of a northern tradition, like Lakota, the Cheyenne people and everything. And then we have some that are more southern, like Oklahoma and so forth. And so we kind of started living with each other, getting along with each other, borrowing from each other, practicing with each other. And so that started the intertribal movement. I think gatherings like this are important for two reasons, and maybe even three or four or five. But the first reason that I can think about is it brings our Native community together. Yes, it is not a Lipan Apache tradition, but it brings our Native community together. I think today I counted somewhere in the neighborhood, maybe like 27 different tribal people from different groups at our powwow, either dancing, not dancing, observing, just having a blast, having a good time. So it brings that cultural awareness and the importance of finding a way to preserve something. My name is Robert Soto, and I have many titles. I'm pastor, most of all, and when it comes to these events, I am the vice chairman of the tribe of 4,500 members, but also I'm the man, one of the people, I can't claim that I started this. I had 4 brothers and 4 sisters, 9 of us, and as the oldest, I kind of reintroduced everybody to the culture. And so this powwow actually started about 1970. So it's going to be going on for 54 years. The frybread is what's special about this thing, but it's sad to say that frybread was just the white man's way to give us diabetes and everything else, because it's not exactly healthy. We say it is, but it's not healthy. The Navajo started adding deer meat, lettuce, tomato, and cheese and onions into making it like a chalupa, flat but thick. And so a lot of people call that an Indian taco. Some started wrapping the fry bread around a hot dog, and they call that an Indian dog. But it's not really made of dog meat, it's just made of a hot dog. And some just liked it flat with sugar, white powdered sugar or honey. I just like the bread itself. It's the favorite of a lot of people. We're trying to find somebody that can take over because my wife's been doing this for years, like 30 years now. Unfortunately, we're not getting younger and it's just finding it more difficult to stand. So we need to find somebody by the next one to consider cooking the fry bread. But fry bread is an all-time favorite snack in the Indian world. You can go anywhere in the United States and Canada and you'll find this. And in Canada, they call it banan, which means bread. Yeah. The interesting thing about it is that a lot of people don't even know they're eating Native American food. Nopalitos is an Apache food. Back then, a lot of the soldiers were saying the Lipan Apaches are starving so bad that they're eating cactus. When later on now they discovered there's a lot of municipal properties. Cactus lowers diabetes, lowers high blood pressure, and cholesterol, everything. Food, a lot of people don't realize that corn tortillas, cornbread, is an Apache food. A lot of people don't realize that tamales is an Apache food. Matter of fact, tamales, there's a book called The Children of Cortez, and Cortez talks about coming into a Lipan Apache village where they fed them meat wrapped around maize and the leaf, and that was a tamale. And that brings us all connected. We're all connected now, and it intensifies the community, which is something that we so lack. That's why the powwow is part of the community. Our family days are part of the community. We have the trash cleanup and 2 miles of road. That's community. We get together 4 times a year, and we clean the road. And people bring little children, adults, all working together, come together. Most of our Apaches, but we have some people that are not. They just want to help, But I say, as Native, we walk in 3 worlds: the Native, non-Native, and the spiritual. And we can't forget the spiritual, because when you acknowledge that God, the Creator, gave us everything we need to exist,